Voices video series, a place to elevate the narratives of Black changemakers in our community. Listen as curator and musician Nate Lawrence speaks on the importance of authenticity. Take note as he delves into why education and culture are essential to uplifting the Quad Cities. Mr. Lawrence has not only left his mark, but given us the playbook to continue shaping young minds. Join me as we celebrate his story.
We use music as a vehicle to teach life lessons to kids. So our Third Sunday Jazz series is really based on straight ahead jazz. It's a jazz series, and the reason why we do straight ahead jazz is because there are two kinds of music that force you to learn the fundamentals. That's classical music and jazz music. You know, if you don't understand the fundamentals, then you'll never play the music well, and you'll never understand the music. So if you have four people on a stage saying, what you really have is four people having a conversation. And if you have four people making a conversation, then you got to have rules. I mean, the first rule is you can't all talk at the same time. Second rule is you got to be on the same page. I mean, those kinds of things are what make good music. And when they do it well, you know, people in the audience say, damn, that's good music, right? So that's kind of where we come from. One of the first things that one guy told us, Willie Pickens from Chicago, great jazz educator, he told us, he said, never dumb it down for the kids. So if you teach them, just give it to them straight and let them rise to it, or you'll be surprised with how much they already know. So it's so at any rate, that's really the basis for what we do. But previous to that. Well, that's just what we do now. We do a Third Sunday Jazz series here. We do which is our local initiative. We do a Ville Jazz and Heritage Festival. You know, we do that in Rock Island Friday and Saturday, and Sunday we do it at the Redstone Room. And that's really our regional initiative. We also do a Jazz Rio Award, which is a Donald Meade Legacy Jazz Rio Award. Actually, a guy that grew up in Watertown. And my uncle, so we do a Jazz Rio Award, and that really kind of represents our national and international footprint. So we were going to these things. We were going to these Jazz Education Network, and before that it was the International Association of Jazz Educators. We were going to these things, and there was this little notion that we didn't feel, So we got this idea that the oral tradition was being devalued, and it's it's one of those kinds of things that if you're not the person that's being assaulted, you'll never understand that an assault went on, right? So this is kind of where we were, and so we. When I sit in clinics and they're teaching people to not teach the origins, which is primarily African American, to not teach the origin, then I understand that what we have here are some people that are trying to co-opt the history. So we created this Jazz Rio Award, and quite frankly, we feel kind of smug about it, because nobody saw us coming that way. I mean, nobody saw us utilizing that as the answer to what we consider the problem. And when we first started doing it, we tried to you can do things on a small level for so long, but some things you gotta hit it. You gotta hit it hard, and you gotta get instant credibility. So we got this jazz historian, my uncle, who we named us after. We have all of these people. So we're asked that. So we're saying to the Gen people, this we want to give our award. We want to give our award at your conference, and which was we're just a pain in the ass to those people, right? So when we get to the So I keep writing these people. I say, listen, we want to do this, and you know, and outlining the legitimacy of our effort and all that kind of stuff. And they kept saying, well, no, we can't do this, we've already done. And so finally, you know, we were getting close, so finally, you know, I said, you know, I wrote and I said, heck with you, you know, and if you don't do this, we will give this award on the sidewalk in front of this hotel. So, and every time I talked to them, I would increase the CC list, the number of people that I sent this to, and because my uncle was just a lion amongst music manufacturers, you know, so I'd send it to Rio Award and Vic Firth and you know and Mike Walter and Sure Mike, you know, all these people that I already had some relationship with, or at least through my uncle. You know, it's really kind of interesting because all these people, you know, to a lot of these people, I'm just Donald's nephew. You know, I mean, you know, they don't even know my name, but it don't matter, you know, because I get the advantage of piggybacking on his credibility. You know, it's what was discussed here earlier. You know, if you don't teach people, then they never know the truth. Right? So when I say that to devalue the oral tradition, you know, we're an oral culture. You know, so if it's not written down, then it's not valid. You know, so if they devalue the oral tradition, you know, then we have no chance.